I tried to have some nice ambient lighting. Even got some candles and like a cool light, but it's kind of dark and I don't think you should see me like this. All right, so welcome. My name is Unaya. I am your local esthetician student, and we're gonna be doing some skincare today and chit-chatting. I hate to be that girl, but it is that time of the year, and I still got my candle, and you know, you can still see like the bluish tint kind of, and yeah. So this routine is the one that I usually do when I'm at home and not at school, just because it's easier, it gets all the essentials in, yada yada. I'm gonna take my pre-cleanse, put one pump in my hand, it's Dermalogica, and I'm just gonna apply that to my face. I've been making a lot of changes in my life recently, and a lot of it has been out of necessity, but I'm realizing that sometimes you're put into uncomfortable situations because you need them to grow. And like, that's 100% true. All growth comes from sitting in discomfort. I still have very self-sabotaging habits that I keep up to hide myself from uncomfortable things going on in life. I have a great example. This is probably like the biggest one that's happened to me recently. So I started going to aesthetic school, and you know, I'm trying to get my license. We're going to emulsify with water, so I just put some on my hands. But yeah, it is really, really tiring because it's kind of just like high school. I literally get there at 9:30 and then I'm there until 4:45. And when I started school, I started working at the country club. And the thing about the country club is that they never had set hours because I'm 18. Okay, maybe I'm being a baby. Because most of the time I was really working like 4-hour shifts. But that's only because like I had to go to school, and school was like, it literally took all of my morning. So I didn't even have like time to work. On weekends, there would be times where they'd have like banquets and stuff. I remember one time I came in at 2 o'clock and I didn't leave until like 11. And like, I just don't like knowing when I can go home. Like, it was literally whenever the work was done, and it made me have no free time because it's like I was spending all my time, all my mornings at school, and then all my afternoons at work. Wouldn't get out until nighttime. Then I gotta wake up at 9:30 the next day and do it all over again. And I was so drained. And on top of that, like, my manager at work was awful. He was so rude and stuck up, and just, I was not happy. But I had to work because I had to pay for school. And like, I gotta pay a fat freaking bill at school. But it's like, I didn't like college and I wanted something to do, and I refused to like be stagnant. And I actually do enjoy the things that we learn there, like facials. I was never really into them before aesthetic school, but like, honestly, it's become a part of my daily routine, and I'm so grateful for it because my skin literally has never looked better. Like, I did not know that skin could look this good. I put on a face of makeup the other day. I didn't even need to use foundation because my skin is just so clear. Of course I got like your occasional pimple, but like besides that, it's literally so good. I found out that I have normal skin, but I would always break out on my nose and it would always be like dry and shit. I really don't know, but my skin has never looked better. I do skincare every night, and I try to make a point to take care of myself. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, my manager was mean to me, and I was like, whatever, I quit my job. I was just over it. Like, I was exhausted, and I knew that I had that bill to pay for school. I just woke up one day and I was like, I'm not coming. I can't do it, and I know it'll work its way out. And that's the night that I first prayed in years. I've never considered myself to be a religious person, like, whatsoever, but I've been praying recently, and I've been reading the Bible, and I feel like I keep getting blessed because the next day my mom tells me that the rest of my tuition, the 2 months that I had left to pay, that fat bill from, that I was working so hard for, that I just quit the day before. She goes and tells me that it's gonna be paid off completely. My grandma paid for January and my dad paid for February, and that's all I had. Paid. I just prayed and I asked God to help me, to keep me covered. I was just talking to him and I didn't really know what to say, because it has been my first time in a while and I'm still not really sure how to go about praying and all that, but I've been praying and I'm so grateful to see the blessings that have unfolded for me, like countless, and lessons as well. I remember I was going to catch the bus to go to school, because that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta wake up dumb early for that. But yeah, I was going to catch the bus before school and I was so hungry. Like, I didn't get a chance to get breakfast before I left, but I knew that I just quit my job and money is tight right now. So I was like, you gotta stop spending money. Like, you can't, chill out, because we're not getting any more. And Dunkin' was on the way, and I knew it was on the way. And the whole time I'm walking up, I'm like, should I get it? Nah, I shouldn't get it. Should I get it? Nah, I shouldn't get it. And I got the donut. And, oh wait, no, I wasn't on my way to school. I was on my way to the gym. But yeah, the gym. I got the donut, and it was pretty bad. It was old, and it was a Dunkin' donut. They don't really, it's not top tier by any means necessary. But I got the donut and I went to the gym, came back home, and what I see is a big box full of an assortment of donuts from the best donut place literally in my city, just on the counter. And I was literally like, because if I had waited, if I had that discipline, I wouldn't have had to use my money, because God already had me covered. He already saw that I was needing something. He knew I was craving donuts. I was literally craving donuts all that day. He knew that. And I was impulsive and I gave in. I spent that money that I knew I didn't have, but they were already waiting for me at home. The best one's there. And I bought trash, and that means numbers to me. I feel like that applies to a lot. You just have to have faith and be confident in knowing that your blessings are coming. You just have to trust that someone's got your back, because you can't do it by yourself. And I have really learned that recently. But enough about that. I don't remember how I got onto this topic though. Right, changes in my life. That was a big one. And I was super uncomfortable, not knowing that I wasn't gonna have a job, but I'm covered, so I'm chilling. Next step, we are going to go into the special cleansing gel, also by Dermalogica, because my school is sponsored. All right, 1 pump. You gotta put some water in it, mix it up, put on your face, emulsify. I've been listening to qualitative content recently, and I feel like it shows. I'm a TikTok addict. That's my one thing. But I was listening to my favorite podcast right now. It's called Know For Sure. There was this one episode that really sparked my interest, and it was called Brave Enough to Try. And it was talking about how there are so many blessings in store for you, so much potential, literally everything you could ever want, but you just have to be brave enough to try to do it. I've really been trying to get my life in order, and I've been on this kick for a little bit now, a couple months, and I feel like I haven't improved much, but if you textbook look at my growth on a scale, I really am making some real changes. I make it a point to plan out my day every day to make sure that I spend my time productively, because whenever I find myself, whenever I have free time, I'll go and I'll scroll on my phone. And that's actually what I do every single time. But I have this cute little planner on my iPad. I don't even put like huge astronomical goals, anything like too difficult all the time, but every day I just put something small, like whether it be like call this job, apply for this, make this video, wake up at this time, even as simple as like avoid aimless screen time. That's on like almost literally every single one of them. Just goals, things that I hope to achieve in a day. That way I don't spend my day being like, oh, I'm so bored, I don't know what to do, because I do. I wrote it all right here. And it's like every day, well, not every day, but there's often like a moment in my day where I just like am like, I need to fix everything. Like, go time, it's now, like we're getting things together. Like, and then I'll just think about, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. But I'm actually writing it down, and it's not just like a thought that goes in one ear and out the other. Now I'm constantly reminded, like, hey, this is what we said we're gonna do, and like I'll feel guilty if I don't do it, which will make me do it later. Like, it just makes it all that more possible for it to actually be a thing. I actually want to show you guys. I think it's super cute if I can. But I've been planning. I've been trying to journal as well, just as equally as I have been planning. I am actually not the best with journaling because I forget to do it often, and I don't ever really do it to any prompts. Like, I would love to do some shadow work, but I'm afraid. I'm not afraid, I've just been avoiding it. And it's like, if I'm avoiding it, maybe it's because I know it's going to be uncomfortable to do, and just writing about my day is easier because I already know it. But you know, yeah, I've been trying to journal, write down my feelings, and also I've been like drawing more. I've been making these cute little stickers for my journal, and I love my journal. I put my heart and soul into it, and it's so detailed. Like, I love it because I feel like I have such big goals, you know, and like, I need to keep track, because people who are successful don't become successful on accident. They put in the work to get where they're trying to get, and I'm putting in the work. Like, I'm gonna do everything I can, try to take every step I can to be where I want to be, because that's just what it is, and that's what I'm gonna be, period. But yeah, one thing that was on my planner yesterday that I said I was gonna do was, I said I was gonna put some locks back in my head, because spoiler alert, they're extensions, and I don't care, because I literally put my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into this hair. Like, I first off bought it in bundles, because to get it professionally done, that would have been $1,000 plus. To get the locks pre-made, that would have been like $500 plus, because I have like 100 and something locks, like 160 locks up in here, so it was expensive. And I wasn't paying for that, so I bought the bundles, and I hand crocheted them myself, each and every single one. My fingers were bloody, but I was like, they're great and I'm gonna have them, and I put in that work, and now here we are. And yeah, I had like hella like lost and detached from the back, I guess from like putting it in ponytails, but now it's all sealed and I can put it in a bun, and I love it. I'm glad I finally did that. Toner. Tap it in. I feel like being in school has given me such an insight on like how to really take care of your skin. Because before, I literally had no idea. Like, I literally had zero clue, and my skin showed it. Like, plus the way I was eating, the things I was ingesting, like, I really have tried to make a big change. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I learned so much. Like, first off, for you Black girls or just Black people out there, I don't know if this happened to you, but my mama told me that because we're Black, we don't need to wear sunscreen because we don't burn. And I would literally be outside all day because I love being outside. Like, that's my thing. I love it, whether it be skateboarding, whether it be walking, whether it be anything. Like, I love being outside, swimming, any of it. And I was literally dark this summer. I went to Miami, dark, no sunscreen. And like, now I'm in school, they're telling me you should be wearing sunscreen in the winter. well, not sunscreen, SPF, so many other things too, but just like, thank God they got me, cause now my skin's looking right. Like, it really is. Like, I hate to sound like I'm bragging, but my skin has literally never looked better. And I didn't even think skin could be this good. Like, I didn't think it would make that much of a difference. Like, I feel like I see a completely different face. It's crazy. It's crazy. So now we're gonna moisturize. I'm gonna use Active Moist from, once again, your girl. So let's talk about Christmas. I, for one, had like the best Christmas that I've had in a really long time. Like, I can thoroughly say that I really enjoyed myself. And it's because I really connected with my family. They're actually so cool. Like, I remember me and my sister were kikiing it up. You know, I love her. Like, any time with her is amazing time. My mom and my grandma, they were sipping and they had a karaoke machine. They were singing, they were dancing. We was all dancing. My uncle bought a VR out. Like, we was chilling. It was such a fun time. And I got so many nice gifts. I didn't ask anyone for anything, but somehow I got everything that I wanted. It's crazy. I be praying and I feel like things just happen. Like, they just happen. I was literally on Shein because I ain't got no money. I was literally on Shein and I was looking at sweaters because I feel like my wardrobe is very like low-key childish. I really want to like step up my style, you know, something a bit more put together, womanly, mature, all that. And I was looking at some nice sweaters, but I didn't end up buying anything, obviously. I just stuck it in the cart and looked at it. But on Christmas, I got so many cute sweaters. And then that was Christmas Eve because my grandmother worked on Christmas. But then on Christmas, I went and I hung out with my cousin. And like, she's a vibe. I love her. We pretty much grew up together. And my little cousins, the two boys, they were so sweet. And I played Mario with them and I made them lose every single time, but they still wanted me to play and they're literally the sweetest. And it was great. That's pretty much my nighttime skincare routine. Pretty simple. Pre-cleanse, cleanser, moisturizer, toner. Yeah. And the final result? Gorgeous. And yeah, I hope you all have a great New Year's and I'll see you in the next one.